What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So free picks yesterday were not it. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. I think we went 1-4 yesterday on the free picks, but I will say the last week and a half, man, have been so good that we were due for a bad day. VIP, my plays were not very good last night. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Some of the mods, some of the other guys posting did kind of carry last night. My pitchers did not do the way that I thought they were gonna do. Eovaldi got smacked. I had Jeffrey Springs. Jeffrey Springs got smacked. I'm sure somebody else on the list got smacked. Who did we have last night? Crochet. Crochet couldn't get the Ks. He ended up getting destroyed in like the 4th or 5th inning, one of the two. Logan Webb couldn't get a strikeout to save his life. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Like, it's just one of those bad days. It is. We're going to bounce back today. We got some WNBA today. We got a decent MLB slate as well. So I got some plays that I like a lot on this slate, and I'm hoping the pitchers and the players for the women can actually perform the way they're supposed to, we'll say. But anyways, that being said, guys, I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. If you guys do want a chance at free VIP, leave a like on this video and drop a comment. And if this video gets 200 likes, I'll pick another comment down below to win a free month. If you guys do want a free month, other than leaving a comment, you can sign up for any of our partnered apps. Chalkboard, Sleeper, Underdog, Parlay Play, Novig, Dabble, Better. Any of those 7 apps get you a free month. Right now, one of the best apps to sign up for is probably going to be Chalkboard. Chalkboard has a $20 free gift to you for signing up using our code, and you do not have to make a deposit. This is just for signing up with our code. They give you $20 for free. So anybody who doesn't have Chalkboard, highly recommend you use Chalkboard. If you guys play the $20 and then send me a screenshot that you got the 20 bucks for free using our code, and then you show that you made the $20 bet, then I will personally put you in our VIP for free as well. But anyways, if you can sign up for any of those apps, just let me know if you do, and I'll get you guys added for a free month. You can get up to 7 full months for free. It's almost a full year for free, guys. It doesn't get much better than that. But that being said, let's pick our winner from yesterday. Winner is going to be for Elliot Santiago, who said, pick this comment for VIP. You got it, brother. Here you go. Elliot, send me a message on Discord. I will get you added for a free month of VIP. Apparently, telling people to pick the comment worked for you, man. So just send me a message, dude, and I will get you added for that free month. If you guys do want to get all of our plays, you can head down to our WAP. I showed the picket, I think, a few days ago. I was up almost 5K this month already, which was a very, very good month so far. Yesterday set me back probably $800, so lost about 800 bucks last night, not gonna lie. Hoping today can be a nice little bounce back. But anyways, code NFL right now gets you 20% off every single pick that I post, $10 a week or $25 a month, which is less than $1 a day already. And you can get 20% off of that. Just use code NFL. You guys can join. Obviously, if NFL starts, this code will definitely be gone. It might last another week. I'm not sure how long I want to keep this discount code up, but it's there for now for the ones who want to test us out for a discounted price. But that being said, guys, let's jump into some plays for today. We're going to start with WNBA. I have 3 WNBA plays that I really, really like, and then we're going to do two baseball plays today, just because I feel like I need a little bit more of a break from the baseball free picks after yesterday. So anyways, that being said, jumping into pick number 1 for WNBA, I'm taking Sabrina Ionescu, however you want to say her last name. Somebody corrected me saying it's Ionescu, but I'll call her that, and if I get corrected again, then it's your fault, man. Just throwing it out there. But anyways, Sabrina Ionescu over 17.5 points. So that being said, I like this play a lot. She's been struggling a little bit lately. Last 3 games has not looked good for Sabrina, and I played her in one of those games for 3 points made, and she only needed 2, and she had 1 at half, and just missed like 4 threes in the second half. So it is what it is. Hasn't found her shot lately. We're getting a 2-point discount on this one. She's cashed it 5 of her last 10 games. She's cashed it 15 of 30 on the season. So she's cashed this game 50% on the dot. It's a coin flip play if you look at it like that. But the matchup is what I really like about this this prop. Is Liberty are playing in LA, playing against the Sparks, obviously. Sparks give up more points than any other team in the league, giving up 88 points per game. Head-to-head data versus the Sparks. Sabrina has cashed this line in 6 straight games. Every single game she has played. 4 games last season, 2 games this season, averaging 24 points per game. This season she had 20 and 30, which is 25 points per average per game on this one. Obviously, if you come over here and look, Brianna Stewart is still out with no Stu. That means that Sabrina's going to get a lot more shot opportunities. She's averaging 18 field goal attempts per game versus the Sparks. So shooting a lot of shot volume versus the Sparks. I expect nothing different tonight. I expect her to want to come out here and have a good game. If you look at her last 5 games, man, this looks ugly. 9, 16, and 10 points in her last 3 games. And those 2 of those games were versus Dallas, which give up a lot of points. So that should have been 2 games where she could have at least cashed this line. She didn't do it. She shot horrible. You can see 22%, 31%, and 27% in her last 3 games. I expect a bounce back tonight for our girl, Ionescu. So that being said, that's what I'm taking. I'm going to take her over here on parlay play just because on parlay play it is boosted to a 1.5x. So you are getting better value on parlay play than you would on any other app. I'll go ahead and pull these up on Prizepicks so we can kind of compare the value here. But excuse me for the yawn, by the way. I know that probably sounded horrific. But points, let's find Ionescu on this one. I should probably just search her, to be honest with you, because taking too long. So points, you can get her down to 17.5 is right there. You can buy her down even more if you want to take it for a lower payout. I don't really recommend it. I mean, obviously it's going to be safer plays, but you can see the payout for 11.5 points is a 0.03. 14.5 is up to 1.1. So you're getting good payout, especially with the boost at a 1.5x for this play, in my opinion. So I like this play a lot. Looking at Props Madness, we can come over here. We can click the Liberty versus the Sparks game. Only 2 games tonight, obviously. You can click Ionescu on this one, Ionescu, and you can see she has a very, very, very good shot chart on this one. She shoots 21% under the rim, going against the 11th ranked defense under the rim. She shoots 18% into paint. Top 3 defense into paint. That's going to be the only bad area on here. She shoots 16% mid-range, which is 10th. And then she shoots 45% from behind the arc. And you can see going against the weakest defense in the league from the 3-point line where she shoots a lot of shots. So this should be a great matchup for her. I expect her to cash this out, and I like this play a lot. So that's going to be our first pick of the day, Sabrina Ionescu, 17.5 points. Jumping into our second pick. And before I jump into the second pick, guys, I do want to say I have a question for you guys. I need you guys to let me know. So I'm planning on doing not a ladder challenge, but it's going to be like a almost like a money-making challenge on an app. Would you guys prefer this? And I'm giving 2 choices. We can either do this on Bovada, which is we do like money lines and things like that, or we can do this on Underdog and we can do Pick It. And I'm thinking about putting just $100 in Underdog and seeing what we can turn it into. And if we turn it into something cool, then we'll buy something cool with it. I don't know how I want to do this, so maybe we give it away. I don't know what we're going to do. But start with a $100 bankroll and seeing what we can flip it into. Now, this is not going to be playing plus money plays or 5x parlays or anything like that. This is going to be very, very safe, small win plays just to build a bankroll. So I just need to know what platform you guys want to see it on. I'm going to do a vote. The vote will be on my Instagram. If you do not follow Instagram, go follow me, Ryan Fantasy Aces on Instagram. It will be on my story today asking which platform you guys want. The winner of that vote will be the platform that I play on, and these will be live in video. The thing about Bovada is I cannot go to the website on YouTube or it will flag the YouTube video. So you guys have to let me know if you want to see it in the YouTube videos every day. We're locking in these slips live. We'll talk about bankroll management. Then you need to pick probably the Pick'em app. But if you guys want more money lines and stuff like that, then obviously you would pick the other platform. But just let me know. Go follow me on Instagram, and we'll get all that going, hopefully starting tomorrow. But anyways, jumping into pick number 2 for WNBA for today, we are going to be taking Hamby. So Hamby has been a wagon. Now I'm going to do a quick disclaimer on this play. This play is one that could be fixed, I feel like, in today. I'll tell you that in just a second. So let's come here. Her line's 15.5. We're getting her at 14.5. She has been 14.5, 7 times? We played her 7 games in a row, and she's cashed every single time. Like, she has. And I played a lot of them on the free picks. Every time Hamby has been playing, I have been locking in this 14.5 line. And she has just cashed and cashed and cashed and cashed. She's been the wagon so far. As you can see, 10 straight games. What I'm talking about in terms of fixed is, why are they offering us a line at 14.5? You know how Prizepicks is anyway. And Parlay Plays copies Prizepicks. They all do this. But when you have a prop that hits this consistently, they bump it. Like, I don't see why this line is like 16.5 or something, because people will still play it at 16.5 when you look at the hit rate. The hit rate at 16.5 is still like 7 out of 10 games with a hook. So just be weary on this one. I mean, I'm not saying this stuff is rigged, but I am saying that this is going to be a popular play. It's just cashed at 10 straight games. It's going to be popular for sure. Probably going to be one of the most popular plays on the board. And you guys know how it goes with popular plays. Sometimes phone calls might be made. Hamby might secure a bag outside of scoring 15 points tonight. She might literally end up with 14 and still secure her bag. So just be careful with that one. She's cashed at 74% of games on the season. She's averaging almost 18 points per game on the season. She's averaging 19.4 points in her last 10 games on average, and they're still giving it to us at 14.5 for almost a regular payout. So I'm going to pull this up here. Hamby at 14.5, so 1.5x as well. This puts you at a 2.12x if you lock these in together. Just throwing it out there. Hamby on here. 14.5 points. You can see this ends up being a 2x. So you're getting better value on parlay play by 10%. So it's just better to play there. But anyways, Hamby is our second pick of the day. Going against the Liberty, obviously. Liberty have the 7th ranked defense in the league, giving up 81 points per game. Head-to-head data versus the Liberty. She's cashed it in 3 straight games. 2 games from this season, she had 25 and 17 points. She's cashed it 4 of 6 over her career versus the Liberty. And you can see one game was a hook, averaging 33 minutes per game playing time, 12.3 field goal attempts per game. This season so far, she's averaging 12.2 field goal attempts per game. So she's getting around the same amount of shot volume she usually does. Shooting really, really well, averaging 57% field goal percent this season. So she's been shooting lights out. That doesn't mean it's going to happen tonight. She could shoot 0 for 10 tonight. You never know. Just throwing it out there. She's cashed it 10 in a row. It is time for a regression. It's about time for her to have a bad game, just saying. But the way she's cashed me, even if she chalks me tonight, she's cashed me out so many times. She's still been extremely profitable for me. So I'm taking my chances with Hamby pretty much every time now, 14.5, unless she just chalks it 3 or 4 games in a row and just starts playing bad. But anyways, pulling this lineup over here on Props Madness, you guys can see shot chart doesn't look that good just because she shoots 3/4 of her shots under the rim. She shoots 73% under the rim, going against the top 4 defense under the rim, so not a great matchup there. The rest of her shots are coming from the 3-point line and then from in the paint. Shooting 18% in the paint, going against the 11th ranked defense, which is great. Then she shoots 7% from behind the arc, or 8% going against the 10th ranked defense. So it's yellow. So matchup's not great. Still, the way she's been playing, gonna take a chance on her tonight at 14.5 points. So that's pick number 2 for WNBA. Jumping into our final pick of the day, we're taking our girl Paige Bueckers. So I'm taking Bueckers. Bueckers cashed us out last time. Bueckers also, the game before that, ended up not playing for back issues. Played fine last game. I expect another good game here tonight from our girl Bueckers. I'm running with her PRA today. PRA sitting at 27.5 or 27 or 26.5 depending on the platform. I'm getting it down to 24.5, so I'm buying it down slightly. She's cashed this line 6 over the last 10 games. She's cashed this line 60% on the season, which is 15 of 25 games, averaging 28 PRA per game. Playing against the Fever tonight. So playing in Indiana versus the Fever, head-to-head versus the Fever. She's cashed 3 games in a row, averaging 31 PRA per game, all 3 games this season, obviously. But that means that she played really, really good versus the Fever. Fever have a decent defense, 8th, 5th, and 2nd in terms of points, rebounds, and assists allowed. But regardless, Bueckers have been just cashing this line, crushing it, been playing well. She hooked the line her last game. If we would have played PRA the last game, she missed. But she did cash her points line for us because we had her at 16 points, I believe is what it was, and she cashed. But other than that, 4 of her last 5 games, she has had 30-plus PRA. So she's been playing lights out. Got to give her another chance tonight, Paige Bueckers. Now, I'm trying to decide which way that I want to lock these in just to show you guys. If you lock them all in together, you do end up with a 3.23x, which is 250 to win 807 over here on Parlay Play. If you guys wanted to play it here, Parlay Play code Fantasy Aces gets you a free $5, and it gets you a deposit match up to $100. If we come over here, we're going to type in Bueckers over here on Prizepicks, PRA 24.5. This ends up being it's a 3.2x and 2.7x here. So the value on Parlay Play is half an X higher, which is why I'm telling you guys that you should play on other platforms other than just Prizepicks. Now, shout out to Prizepicks, and I'm shouting them out because if you guys remember the other night when we got completely, and this I'm not saying this lightly, we got completely scammed on NFL preseason when they didn't pay out. They went back and corrected that and paid out everybody who cashed on those lines. So shout out to them. The community raging about it worked. Good job to every single one of you guys who raged. I could blame myself, pat us all in the back because we got our money finally. But payout still isn't as good right now on Prizepicks, which is why I'm recommending play at least a 3-man on another platform. If you guys want to play these in a round robin, I like the 3 plays. After yesterday, I'm not willing to risk that much money today on a round robin just because if another bad day, you can do a lot of damage on your bankroll. So I'm trying to play it a little bit safer today. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to run these. I'm going to run either Hamby or Ionescu, Ionescu with either Hamby or Bueckers. I'm kind of leaning towards Bueckers on this one. I think I'm going to do it this way. We're going to do a little 2.2x on this slip. It's 2.2x here. It ends up being a 2x on Prizepicks. So a little bit better on parlay play on this as well. We're going to place, you guys can see, we got Ionescu and Bueckers, 24.5 PRA and 17.5 points locked in. And then I'm going to come over here, lock in Hamby. And there's another play I was going to lock. It's a boosted play. And obviously, it's MLB. But Hamby at 14.5 points. I was wanting to play Aaliyah Boston anyway. So this is a good way to lock these in. I can't play, well, I could have played it with Bueckers as well. But regardless, this gives you another double up. So I think I'm just going to max out both these boosts. Just so you guys know, I was going to take Aaliyah Boston as a free pick as well, and the payout was just so low that I decided not to take it. I wanted at least a 1.5x on these plays. But Aaliyah Boston is minus 340-ish odds to go over 19.5 points and rebounds, so she's favored to go over. She should do it. There's no Caitlin Clark again tonight, so should be a good play. If you want to play something different, you can play Sophie Cunningham somehow if you want for the Fever. But I like the Aaliyah Boston play, so I'm going to lock her in with Hamby. Hopefully Hamby doesn't sell us tonight. Odds are Aaliyah Boston cashes this line. And there's 2 free slips for WNBA if you guys want to lock it in. Now, I'm about to give you guys another slip on Sleeper. This slip is going to be for MLB. I decided to play a different platform for MLB tonight because the plays that I wanted to take you couldn't get on parlay play. But anyways, that being said, let's jump into our first one. The first one is going to be for our man Liberatory or Liberator, however you want to say his name. Matthew, the St. Louis Cardinals pitcher, and we're taking him under 2.5 earned runs. So you can get this on Sleeper right now. He's cashed this line 7 of his last 10 games. He's cashed it 15 of 21 games. Pitchers got lit up yesterday. Hopefully it doesn't happen again today. Pitching versus Colorado at home in St. Louis. I don't think he gives up 3 earned runs. Now that being said, Colorado could come out here and hit a 3-run homer in the first inning. Who knows? I don't think that's going to happen, but you guys know the risk when you're taking some of these plays. Looking at his head-to-head data, doesn't look like there's any head-to-head data. Why? Let me click that. I don't know. But anyways, if you look at our man Matthew, he is 6-9 on the season with a 3.98 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. Not a great pitcher. Struggled a little bit of the season, but going against one of the worst offenses in the league. You can see 20th, 26th, and 17th in terms of batting average, on-base percentage, and slug percentage. So not good. If you look at their last 30 ranked, Colorado's been doing a little bit better. 9th, top 10 batting average at 260. Have 16th on-base percentage at 310, and then their slug percentage is a 445, which is ranked 10th in the league. So they've been batting a little bit better. That being said, even if they give up, even if Liberatory, however you want to say his name, gives up 2 runs and gets pulled in the 5th, we're okay with that. He doesn't have to pitch deep into the game. He just has to get pulled without giving up 2.5 earned runs. Looking at his leash, he's sitting around 84 pitches per game on average. Last few games have been 70 to 85, so his leash has been a lot smaller the last few games than they were pretty much the start of the season. And we've seen this trend with a lot of pitchers, and I don't know why this is happening. I do not know why a lot of these pitchers. Now, this might be a fluke. He might have just got lit up and got pulled early. But that being said, a lot of pitchers have had the same trend. They go from getting 95 to 100 pitches, and now they're getting 70 to 85. And I don't know what's going on with that. But regardless, if he gets 70-something pitches, I'm cool with that. Give him 70 pitches, pull him for all I care. 2.5 earned runs, like to play. I'm going to be locking him in. I got it locked in on the Sleeper app. I'll show you guys that free slip right now as we lock in our next play. Or as I pull up the last play, and you can see we took Matthew with our man Clay Holmes. We took Clay Holmes over 14.5 pitching outs. You guys know I like these pitching outs, but Holmes for the Mets, New York Mets pitchers for the one who doesn't know. The ones who don't know, looking at his last 10 games, he's cashed this line 8 of his last 10. He has cashed it 19 of 23 on the season, 83% hit rate. Then head-to-head versus the Braves, he's cashed it 1 of his last 2 games. Both games are from this season. So obviously playing in New York versus the Braves. The Braves, a decent offensive team. They have games where they suck. They have games where they're one of the best offenses in the league. That being said, our man Holmes has a 3.46 ERA. He is 96 on the season with a 130 WHIP. Come down here, he's averaging 100 pitches per game versus the Braves, averaging 89 pitches per game on the season. Got a 75 and 79 his last 2 games. Like I said, it's trending kind of slight, trying to lower on these pitch counts for a lot of pitchers. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure why this is happening. Looking at Atlanta versus the right-handed pitcher, you can see they have the 20th ranked batting average, 14th on-base percentage, and 19th OPS. If you look at the last 30, it's 23rd batting average, 8th, and then 15th in terms of on-base percentage and OPS. So kind of about the same. Doing a little bit better in some things, a little bit worse in other things, but pretty much average it out. It's pretty close to the same thing for last 30 versus season. So Braves, decent offense. Holmes should go 5 innings regardless. I like to play a lot. We're going to pull this up over here on RotoWire, take a look at this game, and take a look at how the Braves have hit off Holmes in the past. So come down here. Mets, we're going to click. This is for tomorrow. Okay, I have it set to tomorrow. I'm about to say, why does it not show Holmes pitching? That being said, let's see. Braves, Holmes. Come down here, look at the chart, and then we'll end the video with that. So you can see decent amount of data: 3-1, 3-1, 8-1, 5-0, 5-3, 4-1. OPS is you got a 1-1, 1.9, and 1.5. Those are the ones we're going to look at. So you got quite a few batters that hit decent off of him, but not a lot of data on some of these. This one's straight up fluke. It's a 1 walk, so that one doesn't even count. He didn't get hit off of. So that's not counting for me anyway. I look at how the batters are hitting off, not because Holmes had a bad game and walked the batter or whatever. But regardless, I like this play for Clay Holmes over 14.5 pitching outs. I don't know if you can get this one on parlay play or not, but we will check real quick. 14.5, you can lock it in. So I'm probably going to lock this in myself. We can look at the promos they have. I like the Clay Holmes play a lot, if you guys were wondering. But I can't get under earned runs on parlay play, so I can't take this one. But you guys can see the slip right here. It's a nice little 2.3x if you want to play it. But I'm going to give one more. You guys are trying to make up for yesterday. But you got Robbie Ray, 4.5 Ks. I like that one. I want to take Rodon. I don't know if I want to take Rodon or Suarez. Let's pull up Robbie Ray. Let's research the Robbie Ray one live on video. So Robbie Ray, San Francisco Giants pitcher, over 4.5 Ks. You can see this line. He's cashed 8 of his last 10. He's cashed at 19 of 24 on the season. I knew the hit rate on this one was really, really high. He's pitching versus the Padres. We saw with Logan Webb what happened with the Padres. Padres are good batters, and they don't strike out very often at all. Versus the Padres in the past, head-to-head data, he has 9 Ks in his last game. That was from this season. So they struck out a lot on him the last time. It's Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray can pitch deep into these games. You can see over 100 pitches in majority of games. Long leash, averaging 96 pitches per game. Going against one of the fewest strikeout teams in the league. Strike out 18.7% of the time, 16% of the time in their last 30. Yesterday brought that way down, by the way. It's one of those, man. Do I want to do the same thing as I did yesterday and take the pitcher that should get 5 Ks? He should go at least 6 innings, in my opinion. It's a tough one, man. I think I have to give him a chance, man. I think we got to redeem ourselves, but do we want to redeem it on the free picks, or just want to play that by myself? Rodon, I just don't. I like Rodon, man, but Rodon's chalked me so many times. It's one of those, like, you kind of got to figure out which one you like the best. So let's look at Rodon. We'll look at matchup. I'll let you guys make the decision yourself, and then you guys can see what decision I make. Besides, you guys can get kind of a different look. But Ks, Rodon's is what, 5.5, I believe. You have 5.5 Ks at a 1.38x. If you lock this in, he's only cashed it 4 of his last 10. Cashed it 58% on the season. Head to head, he's cashed it both games versus Minnesota. The Twins strike out a decent amount. If you come down here and look at the Twins, strike out 19th in the league, 24%. Their last 30 is down to 21%. So they haven't struck out as much in the last 30 games or so either. Rodon struggles slightly lately. 6 Ks is a lot. To me, 6 Ks for Rodon is way. I ain't gonna say way, but it's less likely than 5 for Robbie Ray, in my opinion. But I don't know why it won't let me go back. Anyways, I'm gonna lock in Robbie Ray. You guys can do what you want with that. I'm gonna max out the play on this one. Robbie Ray, another one. So you guys got 4 slips total. 3 that I'm giving on parlay play. I'm not gonna make this a habit of giving that many slips away because I gotta save some for VIP as well. You guys can see Aaliyah Boston and Hamby, Robbie Ray and Holmes, Ionescu and Bueckers. Lock them in if you like them, fade them if you don't. That's what I got for today, guys. So hope you have an awesome day. Hopefully we get that sweep today. Sorry about the picks yesterday. I know they sucked. And nice little bounce back incoming. I'm feeling it. But see y'all in tomorrow's video after hopefully we get us that sweep.